the Unscripted Introverts podcast. Get rid of that. Oh, we're off to bad
Exit
start.
out of that.
I was about to say where the hell is but Taylor, what is going on today?
Doing.
Where the hell is it? Ah, there it is. Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
We're done setting stuff up. But Taylor, how's your day? How's your week been?
Uh, this week's been brutal. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the week I'm doing the overnights. So I'm doing midnight to 8:30s.
Fun.
It hit me hard yesterday because on Sunday I worked 4 a.m. and then I had to come home, go straight to bed, and then I did midnight that night and going into Monday. And then I tried to like prepare for today. So I stayed up all night last night. I didn't go to bed till 7 in the morning this morning. And I woke up, like, no joke, 2 hours ago. And I'm kind of mad. I wish I slept in a little more, but I just couldn't go back to sleep. Your body's not supposed to be asleep that late in the day. So it's like my mind kept me up. And I'm really not looking forward to how tonight's going to go and the rest of the week. Because,
Is it just for this week?
yeah.
That's kind of
I'm
fucked.
gonna be honest with you, dude. Like it's affecting me mentally. I I just see feel so worthless because you're working
What does
through the
that
night.
mean?
Because it's like this is what my mind goes through. I'm working all night when everybody's asleep, and then by the time everybody's up, I'm asleep. And then I
Right.
have like maybe a couple hours to like enjoy myself when I'm up with everybody else, and then they go to bed and I go to work. So it's like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And working back there, like I thought I was gonna enjoy it because I don't have to help anybody, but there's literally like there's no one back there to talk to. It's just me. So it's like, I put in my earbuds, I just listen to my music, and I just get stuck inside my head, and it sucks.
Goddamn. Taylor was thinking that listening to my music calms me down, and I always prefer it over talking to
So
people.
so do I, but when you do it for like a period of time, like it's just like, okay, like I'm over this. I need someone to talk to.
I I'm not gonna say I disagree, but I've never gotten to that point. Like even when I was working with you at the same job, I never ever felt the need. I'm like, man, I need to socialize. Like I was thankful as fuck that every day I could just go and stock like the dairy shit and like basically not have to deal with any fucking coworkers. I
Yeah.
had to deal with very little customers. I maybe helped out like two or three customers the whole week. No one's going to the all the way to the dairy aisle for help. They'll usually run into someone closer.
Yeah.
But I
But
don't
I
know.
think it's also just because it's pitch black outside. And in the store, not all the lights are on. It's like super dim in there. So it's just dark in general. And like, don't get me wrong, like I like being in the dark, but like I said, after a certain period of time, it starts to hit you.
Mm. There was a time when I first started working there that they were working me on not overnights, but I'd go in at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That did suck. Fucking blue ass, but I couldn't do the overnights. I've had a talk with one of our mutual friends. I'm sure you know you're talking about working overnights.
Yeah.
He's now jumped fucking ship like I told him he would, because no matter what, like we're just not nocturnal creatures, dude. I never met anyone who's like who fucking loves working at midnights. No one does, as
No.
far as I'm concerned. Maybe there are a few like night owls out there, but I don't even like staying up anymore. Alone, fucking having to sleep through the whole day, running on like no energy. You get like no vitamin D, sun.
Yeah.
Fucking running on low energy mode the whole fucking day. Well,
It's hard.
night.
Yeah. And I remember it wasn't until I did it yesterday when I first got hired and I did overnights. Like, I don't know what it was with my stomach. It was constantly upset. It's like it would growl at me as if I'm hungry, but I would eat and nothing would change. And then it's also like I felt really, I don't want to say bloated because like I didn't have to fart nor take a shit, but it's that sensation in my stomach that I got that made me feel sick to my stomach. And it happened again yesterday, and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe your body's just maybe I don't know some sort of
Like I don't know if it's just me or like any, if for anybody else that does overnights, like if they feel the same way. But it's like I was constantly feeling queasy.
I've never had that. Um, then again, I've also never worked worked at night or mid. I am thankful for. Like I'm so damn. You don't understand how glad I am that my mother is willing to let me stay until I finish school. I don't have to work a fucking warehouse and just barely get by with the shitty apartment and working fucking 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
Oh man. Fucking hats off to people who do that though. I gotta tell you, you guys are some real fucking soldiers because I couldn't do it. I'm I'm a little coddled bitch. I will admit it.
I need my days off.
Yeah, yeah.
The human body can only withstand so much, and so people like me, I can't withstand a lot. So
I will be honest. I could if I enjoy it, like when I was working there, when I did enjoy it. I don't. Yeah, I still want like a day off or two, but I don't need them as badly as I do working like food. You work at food and you're sweating your ass on a grill for 8 hours and you're making people sandwiches. You're like I said, you're sweating your ass off. And then on top of that, there's no like break time, especially when you're in a mall where it's just always busy. Um, yeah, you need your days off. But for retail, I just never was like I understand, but I for retail, I guess maybe because fast food conditioned me to work in a fast food environment. Retail is so fucking easy.
it is.
It was so easy. I was like,
When you're not helping people, it's super easy.
yeah, because really all it boils down to is cleaning aisles and stocking shelves. That's the main thing you're doing. At least for me, I didn't ring people up. I didn't work the registers or anything. But oh man,
That's another thing that kind of like really hit me. Uh, when I wanted to go take my break, I really don't. I'm not gonna say I don't like the people that are there at that time, but it's like I really don't want to like
you don't want to
associate
socialize
with
with these
them.
guys.
Yeah. So, of course, when I decided to go take my break, they called on the walkie to have everybody go to their break. So I'm like, well, fuck.
Wait, what? At the
So,
same time?
well,
Oh,
so
you
like
guys
the
don't have
people
to
that
do.
unload the truck, they have to go at the same time. Otherwise, there's just inconsistency. But with me, like I can go whenever I want. As far as I know, they didn't even know I was there because I was just that quiet. But when I heard that they all needed to go, I'm like, well, fuck. And it's like I wanted to take my break.
Just go to your
So,
car.
well, that's another thing. You have to wait like 5 minutes just to be let out the door because there's like the security alarm. So someone has to
Oh shit, I forgot
turn off
about
the
that.
alarm. So I
You don't
literally just took off my vest and I sat in my department and just went on my phone.
you don't have one of those little things that go in and out? Okay,
Huh?
never mind. Yeah, I guess that was a dumbass
Yeah.
question.
So I was just sitting at the desk, just on my phone for 15 minutes. I was like, dude, and I was uncomfortable because like the chairs there that we have back there, it's not comfortable.
I would just fucking sat on the floor at that point. Oh man. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I don't normally want to be bugged on my breaks either. You didn't have your AirPods or anything?
I
Your
did.
Beats Pods? You
I
could
did.
activate that noise canceling.
See, I can't activate noise canceling because I have to listen for the walkie in case they call for me.
For what? You're working overnight. What the fuck they need you?
If they need me to like help them out or something.
I never will understand how that fucking place works. Like, okay, that is one thing. When I applied to SC, actually,
That's your call.
yeah, when I applied to SC, I'm sure you know what that fucking
Yeah.
stands for. It didn't take many scruples fucking to understand what that means, but like from what I have observed, it seems like when you apply to something, that is what you're going to be doing. You're not going to be fucking with anything else. Like they have like you know how even though you're in tech, I don't think you guys get called up into the front for the cash.
They can't.
But I
Just
know you
because we
guys,
have registers back
yeah,
there.
but I know you guys help out with toys and other shit that's not in your department. From what I understand, I don't think working at SE will mean I have to do any of that other shit that doesn't like fucking pertain to me because everything has a different position and job.
You know,
Like they have people just I'm assuming just people solely working on the forklift, which would make sense. I mean, it's probably cheaper just to find people who already have the training or whatever certificates needed for that shit rather than just to train all the GM people yourself.
see, the problem with the place I work at, all the other stores do not operate like we do when it comes to like freight load, customer load. I don't know what it is with our location. It is so like that area alone is just so busy. So it's not ran like the other stores because the the head people like will come to us and be like, "We want you to run it this way." But we can't because of the amount of stuff we're getting in. They're
Mm.
like, "Oh, we want you to start loading the trucks this way, or we want you to start putting it here instead." But it's like we can't. There's either no room, it's not going to be enough room, or it's just it won't work. It's stupid to do it that way. Because like the way like if you go to other stores, the tech department, it's so dead over there, and mind you, like the freight load is like maybe like an eighth of what we get. So they unload their truck by maybe 10 o'clock, and they're done for the day.
I would say you guys are one of the busiest stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the busiest, but I think if I remember, you guys are like the second busiest in
We
the
are the busiest.
like Riverside County. God damn, dude, what the
Um,
fuck?
our
Why?
our our store goal the other day was 1 million
For the day?
just for
What the?
one day, and it's like I get it. There's Christmas shopping, but it's like, dude, $1 million for some Monday afternoon before like the week before
I would say
Christmas.
that's like a
I would understand like a Friday or Saturday, but we're talking a Monday.
yeah. People are usually at work for at least for most of the day, but that is strange.
For
God
yeah, a
damn.
million.
Do you
Eh,
think? All right, giving like a raw estimate, do you guys actually hit that?
No, we did half a mil.
Fuck, do you know that?
We can check.
Fuck, they just let you guys check that shit.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know.
I mean, we're supposed to know. Like, if we get visits from like the higher ups, if they want to, they can come up to us and be like, "Hey, what's your goal for today?" We're expected to know it, like in our specific department. Our
Wait. Is
goal,
that million for tech?
no, just for the store.
Okay.
But
All
like, if
right.
they were to come to me, like they would expect me to already know the goal for tech for that day.
Ah, you're not even a fucking lead.
But it's like it's one of those things where we need to know what we need to work for as far as like making money back there.
No, like I get it having like projections and stuff to help people like focus on like what's important, but like
Yeah.
what's the fucking point of you guys
But
knowing
again,
that?
with the way the store like our store is, we can't just like drop everything and focus on one thing. We have to do like a million different other things in order to
Let's
like
see.
keep up.
What does that add to it though? Like what is you guys knowing that let's say tech has to hit to 100 grand?
Because
Like what does that help you
the
guys?
way they want us to help guests is they, if someone's like, "Oh, I want a watch." They want us to like advertise the most expensive watch.
Well, yeah,
Oh, I want a tablet.
that's
Oh, buy this $1,200 iPad.
that's how business like
Obviously, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do that. I'm gonna be, I'll tell them like you can spend $1,300 if you want, but that's unrealistic. There's you can get an iPad for just as good for a third of the price, and they're like, oh, and you know what? That works because now they see like what they would have had to pay, and then what I'm offering, so they makes them more open to
I
buying it.
I have been the same way, whereas I'm more about offering them a better customer experience rather than just trying to get as much fucking money
Yeah,
out of them.
because
Because you get repeated customers that way. If
yeah,
they're
the way I see it, like if you truly like touch them with the experience you gave them, they're gonna come back. But if I just be that schmuck that's like, oh, I want a TV. Oh, here's this $2,500 OLED TV, and like it's not that good for the price, they're not gonna want to come back to you. They're gonna go to a different store.
Mm,
So,
especially if they fucking start price checking shit.
But where was I going with this? Oh, stores. So if if I always talk, my coworker always goes to other Targets, and he always talks to the people working there because they know him. And there's one location, the tech department is so dead back there. It's normal for the tech guys to help push toys, just to give them something to do, because
What the
there's no one
fuck,
back
really?
there asking for help. Mind you, with us, we get 3 trucks every day, and
Tech
well, just in the
in
whole store in
general.
general.
Okay, yeah,
3 trucks, and like they're decently sized.
yeah, I've seen
When you
them.
when you go to other stores and tell them that, they're like, "What the fuck? We get maybe 2 trucks on a bad day. Normal days they get 1 truck."
Damn, I did not realize how fucking you guys are.
I
Holy
don't
shit!
know what it is, but that's what I'm saying. Like, with how unorthodox our store is.
You have Discord on streamer mode?
Yeah, but just tone it out.
All right, I say someone's fucking blowing your ass up.
Yeah, they're asking for league tips because I'm a god.
Who?
JM, you work with him.
No, I know, but really?
Yeah, I don't know why he wants to play jungle, but anyways, um,
What the fuck? Since when does he play jungle?
I don't know.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, it's just they always tell us to do things a certain way, and we can't. They're like, "Oh, we want you to push truck first."
They're
But it's like we
fucking.
can't because there's 4 pallets left from the other day that we couldn't
Their
finish.
goals are so fucking unrealistic. It's so.
It's realistic for other stores. And
Let me
like I
say,
said,
it's
it's literally,
unrealistic given the situation that
yeah.
they're in. Because if your store is that busy, you can't operate the same as the other fucking stores that are way slower than you.
And the problem is too, the way they do the hours, they give us the hours as if we are the other stores. So there's not enough
Ugh.
people there to kill the
Yeah.
workload.
Yeah.
It's to the point where other stores, they don't, the hours they're given, they don't need that much. So with the hours that they don't use, we take from them. So we're overspending hours for the cost of them underspending. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. No, I've known about your whole the weird tech problem when it comes to shifts there. I don't understand why they do it that way. I understand that from what I from what I know, they have like a bottom line. They have like allocated amount of hours for every I think department. So they're
Yeah.
like we can't give out more or less.
Yeah.
But like
And
if
that's one thing we've always struggled with in that department. We know the amount of hours that we need, but they never give it to us because they don't think we need it.
and then
And
they
then it's like a constant, like, what do you want to call it? Like hill. They see how much we're struggling, and they're like, okay, maybe we'll give you more hours or more people. So then we start to do good, and they're like, oh, they're fine, let's cut their hours again. And then we go down that hill again, and they're like, oh no, they're struggling, let's give them more hours. And then we're good, and it's literally been like that for the whole
but
year.
Taylor, if they have to pay another person fucking $15, bro, it's gonna bankrupt the fucking
But no, that's
company.
that's the thing. They ask us, they're like, do you want us to hire another guy? And we say no, we'd rather take the hours.
Like the problem
So
isn't
they'll give us the hours, but then they'll keep taking away our hours and making us struggle. So then we look bad. So
so
then they're like, "Do you
fucking
need us to hire
backwards.
another guy?" No, just give us more hours. So then they'll give us more hours, and then they'll take it away again. Oh, do you guys need us to hire another guy? No.
Why? Why? This is not just a your place of employment thing. This is something I always see in like, or at least I hear in like all kind of companies. For some reason, they just rather fire current employees and just rehire new ones rather than just retraining or giving the current employees more hours. And I don't understand why. It's so backwards to me. You already have employees who are trained to do the job. If they're good or bad is a whole nother like argument, but regardless, they're trained to do the job. They're asking for hours. So,
See, okay, I had this talk with the coworker, and they made a good point. Um, the way the organization sees their workers is, you know, they have to assume you're only there to get paid, you know.
Well, I mean, that's not wrong.
So, huh?
That's not wrong. I personally,
Yeah.
I don't get like personally
So
invested in
they
work
they
like
have
that.
to they have to instantly assume that, you know, like I said, we're only there to get paid. We really don't care about the store. So therefore they return us, they return to us by not giving us as much hours, or, not giving us enough training, or, give us any feedback, because they think, oh, these guys are probably going to find a better job and leave us within the first couple of weeks. So there's no point on us investing our time and money into them if they're not going to do the same. But it's like realistic, that's why I feel like they just need to do a better job of looking out for those people, because there's a lot of people out there that, wherever they're working, they want to be there
I
for a
would,
while.
I would say that, but that's just. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but if that is correct, that is so fucking stupid because all you're gonna do is create this cycle of, well, we don't believe our employees are invested in the job, so therefore we're gonna not give them good hours. We're going to,
We're gonna
we're
it's
we're gonna keep hiring new employees so that they, I don't know. I feel like the hiring new employees is some sort of way to like boost your guys' productivity because they see how replaceable everyone is.
Yeah,
So I feel like there has to be another meaning to it because why would you go through the
but
efforts
it yeah,
of going through orientation with these guys,
and then
having to put them in the
you have to
system,
train them.
train them, all the online shit you got
That's
to
what I'm
sit
saying.
through?
Like, if you just, like I said, if you just put more time into the people that's already there and make them happier, they're gonna not want to leave because they're gonna genuinely enjoy their
You'd
job.
be surprised. I'm not one of these people. I do the work that I'm asked to, and I will do extra
Yeah,
if I feel like the place that I'm working at deserves extra. I know it's kind of
exactly.
backwards way to think where you're like, oh, well, the company, the company hired you, they took a risk for you, so you need to give them your all. Well, if they're giving me no hours and I've been asked for hours and they're like, oh, we'll give you hours and then they cut it for some reason, I'm not gonna fucking bust my ass for that.
Exactly.
But
Like,
eh,
the one thing I will say, and this isn't just me, it's everybody that works in my department. We are so underappreciated because they don't understand what we do. They see us because here's the problem. We have a tech team and a mobile team. The tech team is just everybody that's just working in electronics. It's at the bottom right there.
oh, okay.
Um, and then we have a third party company that Target allows in the store to help with phones specifically, which is the mobile. So their obligation is to only help the cell phone guests.
We're so bad at confidentiality.
I really don't care,
Oh, do we? I thought
because
we were trying to be. I thought we were
I mean
trying to be.
I've already said it before, like in multiple episodes. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening
I'm gonna
knows
be
where I
honest.
work.
If the higher ups hear this, I'm pretty sure we've gotten a pretty decent audience if they're fucking hearing this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um. So, back to mobile. If they really wanted to, they don't have to help anybody in that department unless if it's regarding a cell phone. But they do it out of the
I
kindness
was
of their
saying they're
heart to
not.
help us.
Yeah, they're not target employees, right?
So
They're.
no,
Uh,
they're under a third party organization. So when other workers walk by, or even guests, they'll see the mobile just standing there, and they're like, "Oh, they're not working at all," and they're what's the word I'm looking for? They're correlating them with us. So because they're standing there,
oh,
they think we're doing nothing. So that's the constant problem that we face. They don't understand what we do in that department when it comes to helping people, cleaning up, pushing, security casing, everything, because they look at the mobile guys and be like, "Oh, they're not working. Their department's so easy." So then in return, like, even I'll be honest, even the managers, like, they underestimate us sometimes. And then
uh,
they'll try and push too much on us sometimes.
that's that was the biggest thing I was gonna say because like they expect so much out of you guys. Like, anytime Black Friday rolls around or
Do
like
this. Oh, but do this at the same time. It's
they're
like,
like, we
you
want
okay,
you
what do you want me to do? One or the
we
other.
want you guys to make $1 million a day on Black Friday and make sure this fucking the shelves are clean, stocked, and that everything's done in the back. You got rid of all the pallets and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, That is nearly impossible, especially when you have one, maybe two people working the closing
That's
shift.
okay. There's at one point we were getting so much Apple. We had like, when I say pallets, I'm talking over like maybe 15 to 20 grand worth of Apple products. And when there's only one of us there on top, and that's only Apple, like that's not counting all of the other freight that we got that day. And they expect us to push all of that with just one person, on top of helping other people in the department, making sure everything's cased up, making sure everybody's, getting helped, making sure everybody's getting rung up in that department that wants to be rung up. It's like with one person, it's too much. And then no matter what we say, they really don't do anything about it because they see, at the end of the day, they look at it, oh, tech's doing fine because we got everything done because we're overworking. And then on top of, them looking at mobile, oh, they're just standing there talking. They're fine. They don't need help.
Hmm. I'm honestly thinking, is it a bit too early for you? Transition?
Uh, yeah, a little bit.
Too early?
I do want to say we did put up we did upload our episode, our last episode on YouTube, and that's our very first video. And I don't know if you saw the views on it, but it's actually looking pretty good.
I saw when you screenshot and you sent me we were at 5. I don't know if it's gone up
We're at
since.
we're at 9 right now, and it's only
What the
been out for
fuck,
less than a
dude?
week.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Surprise. Be real with me. How many of those do you think are like friends?
Two
Two?
tops.
Really? I'm thinking
I
the
know
same
one
thing.
for a fact, and then all of our other friends are probably listening on Spotify.
I thought Spotify would be the fucking wave, but apparently
I
not.
don't know how the algorithm works for that, but it's like I couldn't
I
imagine our
mean,
name getting out there.
we're top of the list anytime you want to kind of
Yeah,
fucking
but who's looking that up?
well, eh, well, when we become a household name like Joe Rogan, everyone will be looking it up, Taylor. Oh man, but yeah, I think the whole YouTube thing was a good fucking idea. I think the webcam will take some getting used to, but I mean, we've made a lot of improvements so far, so I don't think it'll be too much of a big
Yeah.
deal. But
And then before we get into the main topic, I want to give an update on, I know we talked about last episode about getting the third car garage at Tavien's house. You told me today you might be moving, so there might be a chance where we have to put off doing the new room until until you know for sure if you're moving, right?
yeah, um, the situation's weird. Some family, it's just family drama that's really unnecessary, but um, nonetheless, yeah, I would honestly, I genuinely can't. I'd say it's like a 60-40, and it leans towards moving, but there's still that 40% chance we might stay. But I won't know until at least February. I won't know because we're looking at places, but the places are either the rent is ridiculously fucking high for what you're getting, or all the good ones are fucking gone. So it's like we have not many options left in this housing market. So I can't say for sure we're gonna move. But yeah, but nonetheless we will find a new setup, whether it's in a new house or in that third car garage. Because those are the only two options.
Yeah,
But
because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't. This just feels weird, like having it set up this way.
I mean, it's given what we're working with is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I understand if we could get that for third car garage or a fucking loft, dude, that would be
Yep.
amazing. My only
The
problem with the loft is the openness, because I would prefer somewhere to be in like not a
yeah,
sealed environment, but somewhere with a door so that you can prevent as
I
much
agree.
sound coming in as possible.
I agree.
Um, so I mean that would be a bit of a problem, but I mean if my I mean, I guess if my room was big enough and we just did it in my room, be no fucking point. It'd be the same thing, but I don't know. I can't guarantee we'll find. I don't know. I just at the moment.
Because it's like when you look at it, like like I said, with this room, there's only so much we can do. If we
Yeah.
designated a room for recording, like we can get a lot better of an angle with the camera. And
Mhm.
then, with the situation with our mics, like we can set it up a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I remember I talked to one of my friends that listened to us, and she asked, "Why do you sit so far away from you?" And I explained the mic you're using, it's so sensitive. No matter how I put the gain and the volume, the closer I get, and when I start talking, it'll pick up on the other mic. So it's just two mics like getting picked up on my audio, and it just sounds really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Taylor he's just fucking loud. Not much you can do about it.
Well, when you're passionate, you get loud. That's how everybody is.
But yeah, I mean at the moment there's no updates on the situation. We're just kind of in like this weird limbo period right
Yeah.
now. She did make some offers, put some applications out for homes, but only had like two get back to us, and both of them told us that the house or the owners of the house had already picked or accepted other applications. So
Oh, okay.
it's just a matter of time. We just gotta wait. But it is kind of a bummer because I want guest on because we can't do guest in it.
No
At
way.
least
That's another thing
it
too.
has to be on Discord in this setup at least because there's nowhere we can fit a third mic. There's nowhere, and
Well,
let
let
alone
alone to
have
get
them
them
be in
in
the
the
fucking
Yeah,
camera.
exactly.
They have to fit within the fucking camera and fit a third mic and make sure it's not getting picked up by shit. That's too much of a fucking hassle.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what else is a hassle, Taylor? Getting shitty food experiences, Taylor. It's
Yeah.
time. It is time we talked about the lifelong discussion of food service. I fucking hate it. I almost hate going there. I don't hate going to restaurants. I dislike going to restaurants. I would prefer just to eat at home.
Yeah, or just take out.
Or honestly eat in my car.
Yeah.
Um, this is a little like side tangent where we get actually delve into the main topic. But as someone with ADHD, I require stimulation, right? Like it doesn't take much. I'm doing it right now with flipping this little fucking money thing I have.
Yeah. You need to
I
buy this, a fidget
I
cube.
would fucking break it. I had a fidget spinner before and I broke
I
it.
don't I don't like fidget spinners.
I was
I bought one,
actually
I
one
didn't
of the
like it.
fucking kids who were supposed to have a fidget spinner, not like these other fucking fakes back
Anyways,
then. But
anyways.
I can, even though my brain, some ADHD requires like a lot of stimulation, I can also be overstimulated relatively easily, and it's really only socially. Like if I'm in a large setting where there's a lot of people talking and I don't have headphones on, I don't get like a headache, but I start getting irritated and annoyed. I'm like, I have to get out of here. I have to go somewhere that's a little bit more quiet. And that's that way for restaurants. All that noise and shit it just gets to
Yeah.
me, and then I'm just sitting here. The food could be great, but I have an attitude. I'm just kind of like pissy because I'm like I don't like what's going on around me.
You want quiet.
Yeah, that's why I go fucking everywhere with my AirPods. I don't. There's never a time that I'm gonna leave them at home. Take them everywhere.
The one thing for me, and it's I just lost my train of thought. When I go to restaurants, I don't, and it's especially sometimes the way where they sit you. I always feel like people are watching me, and I don't like that. That's why I hate going to restaurants.
People are watching you. Imagine me
Because it's
fucking
like, those
6.
restaurants where like they have the middle tables and you have the booths on the outside.
Yeah,
I always want the booths on the outside, but can't get what you ask for sometimes.
yeah.
So when I get in the table, I hate eating at tables because there's people next to you. There's the booths on the outside that I always feel like they're watching me, and
Mm.
it makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, if you have a problem now, imagine being 6'6" and being light skinned. Everyone's gonna fucking ask play sports, even the fucking waiters and waitresses. So fucking annoying. Because I'm like the last person who wants like extra attention that I already get. I genuinely don't care for attention. I it's to the point where I like it doesn't matter how much money you pay me. I don't want to be famous. And not necessarily like famous like that. Like I don't mind being like Twitch famous or something, right? Like you got like fucking 100,000 fucking subs or
Yeah.
50K subs. That's different. I'm not
But
gonna
when you
get
can't go to a restaurant
when you're
peacefully,
A-list celebrity, you're in like big movies and shit. You can't go to a fucking grocery store without getting recognized. That's annoying.
yeah.
That would genuinely like get under my skin because I don't like having attention on me. I fucking hate it. I just want to live in the shadows, kind of, and just kind of almost be non-existent to anyone that's like not my friends or family. Um, but I mean that's just me. But on to the main topic at hand, Taylor. What are your worst food experiences?
I'll start off with this story because it's been like a traditional joke in my family.
Okay.
There was one year, it was supposed to be for, I think it was my 16th birthday, and then it was my brother-in-law's 21st birthday. We both wanted Red Robin, or not, not Red Robin, Red Lobster.
Ooh.
But
Red Bay biscuits fucking slap.
here's the issue. We get there, and obviously with Red Lobster, it's always busy. So the lady was like, "Oh, it's gonna be about an hour wait." Okay, that's fine. We waited an hour and 45 minutes, and then we go up to the lady again. Oh, it's gonna be another hour.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
And it was at that point my dad flipped out on the hostess. He's like, we've been waiting here for 2 hours already, and you're telling us we have to wait another hour. And they told us why. The table they were going to give us, they had to give up for a reservation.
Just find another one.
Nope.
Literally
So
everywhere was full. God damn, dude.
apparently, so that's why it pissed us off, because it's like it was already our table, and I get it. Reservations take priority, but there's other tables you can give up. And then, with us complaining, obviously the manager got involved, and he's like, "Okay, we got a table for you." Just to give you reference, there was 8 of us,
Oh
because it
goddamn.
was it was me, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, my aunt, her son, her husband, and then my grandpa. 8 people. And they're like, "Okay, we found a table for you." They
Oh
give
no.
us a 4-man booth, and they put a chair on the edge of the table. He's like, "Here's your table." And I made this like this, like, what is it? Snooey remark? Is that a thing?
Like a smart ass remark or
Yeah. I'm
something.
like, it's Red Lobster. Everybody gets crab legs. So I'm like, how are we supposed to eat crab legs? And my dad's like, you know what? You're right. Because it's a 4-man table, and there's 8 of us sitting there.
Yeah,
And with
that's a
the platter they give us for the crab legs, like they're big plates. So it's like, how is that all supposed to fit on a table?
you
And
gotta
you're
share some
you're
plates.
you're ripping the crab leg, so you need your arm room. So my dad's like, you know what, you're right. So he went up to the manager again. He's like, how the fuck do you expect us to eat crab legs at this table? So then we finally ended up getting like an actual like table where we all fit. And the service sucked in general too, because it's like
Oh, they fucking hated you guys. Like, hey, this is the
it,
fucking guys who complained about our
it
shitty
took
table.
us it took us like 30 minutes just for a waiter to come by and ask us for drinks. 30 minutes. And then don't
Uh,
like when we finally ordered, we maybe waited like an hour and a half. But I give them the exception. It's crab legs. It takes a while for them to steam it and make sure.
does it?
Eh, I'm trying to give them the benefit
I've
of the
never
doubt.
tried crab ever in my life.
It's delicious.
Okay, and I've tried it, but I just don't like it. It's like it's too chewy for me. Or maybe I'm thinking of
Okay. Anyways,
no. Am I thinking of something else?
I don't think it's that chewy.
It's like it's white, right? Like when you break it off, it's white
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh no, fuck!
You're probably
I'm thinking of
thinking of like a
shrimp.
scallop.
I'm thinking of shrimp.
Shrimp's not that gunky either.
Uh, I don't know. I have weird
You
fucking
must be
taste buds.
thinking of a scallop, because scallops are pretty plump when you bite into it. I
I
love the flavor of scallops, but I don't like the texture, like when
I
you're
have
chewing.
never tried any of the
But
fucking things you listed except for shrimp. I can't speak on that.
But yeah, so ever since that day, like whenever our birthdays come around, they're like, "Oh, where do you want to go eat?" We always just joke around and say Red Lobster,
Just
just
go
because
back.
of that experience alone. And then mind you, like we had one other bad instance. It was for my dad's birthday. This wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty unexceptional.
Was this
Um,
also Red Lobster?
it was also Red
God
Lobster.
damn it, Red Lobster.
It was my dad's birthday.
But those Cheddar Bay biscuits are fucking good.
They do. Oh my
They're
god,
fucking,
I
they're
can, dude. I
delicious.
can literally only have those.
Yeah, I don't even order a meal. Like sometimes I just eat the
But
fucking biscuits.
so it was my dad's birthday, and we were ordering, and we wanted appetizers, and my dad even told the waitress, because he always has this like superstition. If you order the appetizer with your meal, they're gonna give you the appetizer with the meal. Whereas if you order the appetizer, wait for them to give it to you, and then you order, that's another thing. So we ordered the appetizer and the main meal, and my dad exaggerated to the waitress. He said, "Do not give us the appetizer with our meal. We want the appetizer first." So she goes, "Okay." So what does she do? We get our appetizer, and no, like literally 5 seconds later, our meals come out. He gets pissed off. He says something to the waitress. He's like, I specifically told you I want to have my appetizer first. So she goes, "I'm sorry." So she takes our plates back. She puts it under a heating lamp. Rightfully so, but it's like still. So we finish our appetizer, then we get our meal, and we can tell it's sitting under the heating lamp because it's fucking cold.
Oh
So
man,
I don't know what it is with the Red Lobster that we go to, but that place fucking sucks.
Cheddar Bay biscuits fucking
And
solid, bro.
then another Red Lobster story. It's not really a bad
Man, you fucking hate
experience.
Red Lobster.
Well,
Good
no, it's
goddamn.
it's not necessarily a bad experience, but it shows you like we have bad luck with that Red Lobster. This was this year for my sister's birthday. She wanted to go to Red Lobster. We waited 2.5 hours
Why do you keep going?
because it's good.
I know, but like, it's like,
But okay, with this situation, it's not a bad experience. It's just like they straight up told us it's gonna be 2.5 hours.
at
It
least
was
they're
so
honest.
it was so late in the day. I had to work the next day, so it's like if we go anywhere else, by the time we get there and by the time we wait, it's gonna be the 2.5 hours. So we might as well just wait it out. So we waited the 2.5 hours, and thankfully we didn't get bad service. But it's just the fact that we had to wait 2.5 hours for Red Lobster, and we
Goddamn.
couldn't we can't make reservations either. Apparently,
God. Wait, what? You guys couldn't?
well, like they weren't taking reservations that day. So
You reminded me of a few stories too. I remember the one most prominent, my least favorite memory was like I think it was like my 11th or 12th birthday. We went to TGI Fridays. If you remember that place?
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. I never really cared for them too much.
Neither do I.
They
I
were
don't.
just, they were just kind of meh for me, whatever. But um, nonetheless, my parents took me there on my fucking, I think it was my 11th birthday, and I remember eating. It was pretty much like standard dinner. I didn't know that they had fucking reserved a birthday for me.
hmm
So I was just like fucking eating my dinner, having a good time, and then all of a sudden, you know what fucking happens. They bring out the goddamn
We
cake,
have a birthday
and then
today.
everyone in the fucking staff, the chefs and all, come over to
Oh
fucking.
my god.
There were so many people fucking singing the goddamn happy birthday song. And this is at a time where I didn't really know how to deal, like, I didn't know how to mentally handle being in situations like that and like where all the attention's on me. I don't know why, but it just for my brain, it's difficult to like process all that at once.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on, bro? What is going on? And I remember breaking down crying at the fucking table after they were gone. I was like, and my mom was like, "What's wrong? We got you a cake and everything." And to be fair, the cake fucking tasted good. That was actually like one of the first few meals. I was like, "Damn, this actually kind of hits diff." But yeah, they asked me what was wrong. I was like, Why did you do this to me? You know I don't like this. And I was acting like such a little bitch about it that it took my uncle buying me fucking Call of Duty Ghost to fucking make up for it. And I was like, I guess I forgive you guys now. I was so pissy about it, dude. I will admit, when it comes to my birthday, I've always acted like such a little bitch sometimes. Um, this is no, I guess I'll tell us another time. I don't want to break, but really that was about it. I just had a really bad experience because I fucking hate having the attention on me.
Yeah,
But
I don't blame you. I don't
similar
think anybody likes
similar to
attention.
your first Red Lobster. No, more like your third. Um, we went to this Mediterranean place. We were coming back from I think Legoland in
You and
LA.
Mediterranean food, man.
This was what actually sparked my love for it. Despite the shitty service, the fucking food was fucking banging, bro. Let me tell you, dude, fucking good. Um, but we were coming back from Universal Studios in LA, and it was like 6. It wasn't that late, so we were like, fuck it, we're all hungry. We could just go get like dinner. Well, it's not. I want like dinner, not fast
Yeah.
food. And so we go to this Mediterranean place. I think it was Lake Elsinore,
Oh,
and
say no more, man.
yeah. But nonetheless, we get in. Service is fine. We're greeted. We get seated immediately. Um, and they hand us our menus, everything. Everything's going good. They're going fine. We get our appetizer. But that's where the fucking problem started, Taylor. This big ass family, they're definitely like, I think they're a Middle Eastern family, and it looked like they were having some sort of celebration. And I I think that one of them was related to like the manager or someone in the store because all of the fucking waiters in detention went on this fucking family. There was like 4 other families in the whole dining room, including
Yeah.
us, but everyone was focusing on them for some fucking reason. And it took us 2.5 hours, or no, it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes to get our food. And we had already been seated. We were sitting there. My phone died. I went into the phone with 70, or no, it was like 65, 70-ish%, and it died before I got my fucking food. Like me and my mom were like, we should fucking leave. This is getting ridiculous. By like the hour and a half mark, we were getting tired of this shit. We had to ask the waiter like 4 times, like, when is our food gonna come out? They're like, and I'm like, oh, it'll just be a minute. I'm like, how many minutes?
Yeah.
You said that the last time we
You
asked
said that
you.
45 minutes ago.
Yeah, so like, is it gonna be another 45 minutes? But they finally get our food to us, and I gotta admit, while the fucking service was ass and we were basically fucking neglected for 2 hours, that food was fucking good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like, if it just wasn't for the service, I would give that place a fucking 10 out of 10. That food was some of the best I've ever eaten for Mediterranean. And I'm ashamed because the service sucked so much ass. Like, I understand, let's say, I don't know, the fucking owner of the restaurant's family's here and they're having like a birthday dinner or something. But like, you can't just neglect 4 other families in the fucking restaurant. You still have a duty. Like, I remember it wasn't just us, it was everyone else too. They were not getting fucking drinks. The drinks took like fucking 30 minutes to get a refill on water. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm dying of fucking thirst over here. I just want some goddamn water. He'd be like, all right, I'll get you in a minute. And then another 30 minutes comes by. I'm like, and he finally comes by with that water. I'm like, gee, fucking thanks. And that just irritated me. They're lucky the food was fucking good. Lucky we didn't tip though.
No, I wouldn't have. The fuck?
Want to tip? Service like these fucking people. Like um, I have as many bad food experiences as you do.
I have another
Um,
one. It's not a restaurant. There's 2 of them.
it's food.
It's a fast
Yeah.
food chain. McDonald's.
How could you?
Yes.
McDonald's is perfect.
No. This specific location, it's the one over by Albertsons.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That is like the worst fucking McDonald's. And of course, that's the closest one when we do want it, and it's the most convenient. But every single time you go there, I don't know if it's just us, they either mess up your order and don't put anything in there. Like they won't. They'll forget to give you fries, or they'll forget to put a 10-piece
Really?
chicken nugget. Yes.
Damn. I've
Every
never
time
had
they're
that.
always missing something. Or like if you're ordering breakfast, like my dad always orders deluxe breakfast platters for all of us. It's like the pancakes, you get eggs, hash browns, bacon, and sausage. There's one they literally forgot a whole entire platter.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Really?
they're that fucking bad. And it's like it's every single time you go there. It's not just like once in
Taylor,
a blue
maybe you're
moon.
facing some fucking form of like fucked up racism or something, because I've never dealt with this ever.
Are you serious? Or like,
I've
like let's
never
say
had
my
it
dad
fucked
gets
up my
dinner,
order.
like we'll take everything out of the bag and we're like, "Where's the second set of fries?" Or it's like,
They've
Where's this burger that I
they've
ordered?"
forgotten sauces, but never like anything big like food or
Sauces,
fries.
that's like best case scenario for us if they forget the sauce. That's best
Oh,
case
really?
scenario.
No, I've never had this
uh
problem before.
and it's only that location because like we'll go to other locations depending on like if we're in that area and we never have that problem.
I will give you some insight on how fucking like I don't know what's up at McDonald's, but the one by Winko's,
Yes, I know what. Yeah,
that one, me and C,
yeah.
went to it, and this was like 8 at night, so it's not like dead of fucking night. It's still, still like late, but they had 3 people working the entire place. They had a sign saying, "Please be patient with us." We had 3 people leave today. And now we're down to 3 people working right now. I
I
was
don't
like,
blame them, dude. Who the fuck wants to work at McDonald's?
but I would tell you, they were busting their ass because there was maybe 4 or 5 cars ahead of us, and we still managed to get done and out of there within 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
For 3 people, that's
That's
not
really
fucking bad.
good.
You got one per. I've never worked in a fast food chain like that, so I don't know how being on the intercom works. I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
like a headset so you can multitask.
yeah,
But you got 3 people working, and who knows if there's people in the fucking lobby.
yeah.
So let's say worst case you have 2. That's fucking amazing. I had to, like give them they deserved it. They deserved the me and C ended up what you call we ended up going back there, and we got up to the window. We were like, thank you for all that you're doing, because you guys are some fucking heroes. Because I would not be caught fucking dead doing this shit if everyone
No,
left.
I would have walked out with them.
Yeah,
Like I'm not putting up with that shit.
and that's I don't know what is up with that location though. Is just like I understand being understaffed, but like that's fucking crazy. Like lately, I've been having some weird experiences with food. Like I was going to pick my mom up some El Pollo Loco. And it's not like she likes El Pollo Loco, but it's mostly just because she can get her not fried is the other way to cook chicken. God damn it!
What?
It's not fried chicken. It's like
Barbecue chicken?
no it's grilled chicken, or like yeah
Grilled chicken? Yeah.
it's not really grilled though. It's still like chicken breast and thighs and shit. It's cooked, but there's not. I don't know. I can't. I'm having a think right now, dude. My brain is going out better, but nonetheless, she doesn't like having all that like really greasy shit.
Yeah.
She just wants like fucking grilled chicken or something like that. But she has me go to El Pollo Loco often, and so I went there one day, and I get up to the intercom and I ask them like, "Hey, can I get a 2 piece meal with like a wing and a thigh?" And they told me they're like, "Yeah, it'll just be a 45-minute wait." I was like, "Excuse me?" They're like, "Yeah, it'll be 45 minutes." I was like, what's taking why was it take so long? She's like, oh, we're we're short staffed right now and we're trying to cook more chicken. I was like,
I mean, I guess that makes because chicken takes a while to cook.
does it? Like,
You want to make sure it's not undercooked. That's the
no,
one that's the one meat you want to
no,
constantly
I
watch.
know. Like I fucking prep chicken. Um, I meal prep my chicken, but like I put it in the fucking oven.
Well,
And
that's
you just
when you're cooking it on a stove or a grill, like it takes a while
I guess so.
because like obviously the outside cooks really fast, but it's like you got to leave it on there until the center's cooked and that's what takes the longest.
To be fair, I normally like cut my chicken easier for me to cook, but Yeah, I've I'll be honest, when it comes to restaurant, I just haven't had that many bad experiences. The worst for me is just bad service, like the fucking Korean barbecue we went to.
Yeah, hold on.
Um,
We'll say I want to save that story for last.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's not much to it, but I mean, fair enough.
Um, there was one time. This is another fast food chain. It was Jack in the Box. This kind of ruined it for me for a while.
What
Um,
happened?
I was really young. I would say fifth grade. We had a neighbor that I always hung out with, and they decided to take me to go get Jack in the Box. This was in Hemet.
Ugh.
That should be all I have to say. This was
Ugh.
when I was living in Hemet. But we get our food, and like this was I was like taking my first bite, and I hear yelling in the front seat, and the mom, she goes, "There's a fucking roach in this bag."
Ew, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
Oh my
So it
god.
was, and the dad was so pissed. We literally went back to Jack in the Box, and he threw a fucking fit.
I mean, that is.
Oh, roach.
I, I am not a fan of all of those like Karen freak out shits. But if I found a roach in my food, oh, that's
I would
fucking.
threaten to sue.
I probably would sue. Fuck that. You know, you have the decency to at least like not have it in a fucking bag because you know you have to see it when you're putting the food in
Yeah,
there. To have just at least have the decency to not let me know about it. But I would have fucking sued them, bro. Made a quick
that
buck.
ruined Jack in the Box for a
That's
long
that's
time.
fucking gross. Oh, have you seen the video of the Popeyes? The delivery guy, he comes in. Nah, okay, I know it's.
You gotta show me later. Just show me later.
I'm gonna show you now because I know the exact video. This shit's fucking gross, bro. It,
Why'd you type KFC?
it's all this fucking thing. God damn it, I can't type. Popeyes rats. This shit is gross.
Oh, he was like throwing out the trash and he threw it at the rat.
Can't remember it. Look at this shit.
Oh my god.
There's so many of them. Look at all that. They're climbing into the pipes.
Oh my
They're
god.
climbing into the fucking vents, bro. This was just last month. What the
Fuck
fuck, dude?
no.
Ever since then, I have not been able to eat at Popeyes. And look at it. For those who, oh, well, for everyone who doesn't know the video, just look at Popeyes rats, and it's the first one that pops up. It's fucking gross. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think that was one in New York, so like I
I mean
understand
that
the
okay,
rat
that makes
problem.
sense
Yeah,
if
that
it's New
makes sense,
York.
but it doesn't mean it's excusable. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna fucking turn a blind eye to that just because you're in New York. Um, but I just don't know with it. Like you have like the bare fucking minimum is to just keep your restaurant, your place of fucking service clean and like rodent free, and you can't even fucking do that. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It doesn't cost that much to get a goddamn exterminator out there and just fucking lay some traps or fucking, you know, I don't know what they do to prevent mice, but whatever they do to prevent that shit. But
There's another restaurant that's super dirty that kind of you kind of reminded me of a restaurant. It's called China Super Buffet. I don't know if you've ever been there.
that where the fuck is that?
It's right by In and Out.
Like the one by the freeway?
Hmm.
No, I've never been there. It
Anyways,
sounds generic as shit.
don't get me wrong. The food there is so good. And I don't want this to sound racist, but like when it comes to Vietnamese people or like Asian people in general, when it comes to cooking, they're very dirty.
What does that mean?
I myself am to blame.
What does
But
that mean?
when you just have to walk in there. That place is so dirty. The carpets are stained with God knows what. The silver, like you don't even want to touch the silverware because like you could still see the fucking food on it from the last person that used it. And
Fucking
the bathroom, like
gross.
the bathrooms, you can smell the bathroom from all the way across the restaurant. And just like the walls are super dirty. Like they don't clean the place. The floors where you grab the food, like you can see all the dirt and shit. Like they don't mop there.
Ugh.
It's super dirty.
Like
And it puts you at unease. Like, is
it
this
isn't
food like
legitimate.
sanitary?
Yeah.
But it is, and the food is fantastic.
Dude, that's what I found. Those hole in the wall joints, they may look like shit, and not to say that all of them are like clean, like when it comes to at least the food part, but they fucking slap, bro.
Yeah.
There was a soul food place in Rialto that my mom went to, and she brought me back a plate. Oh my, I mean that shit was, that shit was deep fried and all that shit, but the fries, so the fries are breaded. They're just like they're not like fucking special. They're just like normal fucking potato fries, but they bread them and they I don't know if they deep fry them, but they're breaded and they fucking taste so good, bro. I'm sorry, but on behalf of the African American population, we eat the most unhealthiest fucking shit I've ever seen. Deep fried chicken, fucking deep
Dude,
fried.
no, 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 no. Vietnamese people are the same way. Cause my grandpa had a girlfriend that was Vietnamese. Everything she cooked, if it wasn't deep fried, it was doused in oil.
Is that a Vietnamese thing?
That's how
Really?
all Vietnamese food are. It's if it's not deep fried, it is drenched in oil.
Ew.
And but it's good.
I mean, if it tastes good, but like, I don't know. Hey, I guess if it tastes good, who the fuck cares?
Yeah. If I have a heart attack, hey,
Okay.
God chose me to
Well,
die that day.
no, he did not. He did not. He
uh,
most certainly did not.
do you? I want to talk about like. There's one good experience I do want to talk about. I don't know if you have any more stories, but I do want to end on that Korean barbecue experience.
Right. That wasn't good, was it?
No, no, no. But I want to end on that story when it comes to our topic.
Oh.
So I don't know if you have any more stories.
I mean, if we're gonna transition to good shit, I gotta think.
I just
Um,
I just want to say this one thing. I gotta hand it to this specific place. It's down in Bakersfield. Me and my dad were going to Vegas, to go visit family, and we were both really tired, so we wanted to get Starbucks. So we stopped off. Like I said, we were in Bakersfield and we went to the Starbucks, and we saw, obviously you can see through the window. It was so packed in there. Like after the two of us, no one else was able to fit in that place because it was so cramped, with the tables being taken up, people in line, people waiting for their drink.
what was it? It was Starbucks.
Starbucks. So we both looked, because we all know how Starbucks is. They're fucking slow.
Yeah.
I myself can vouch for that. If you go to any Starbucks, you're waiting 15 minutes minimum for coffee. So we're like, do we really? How bad do we want Starbucks? And we wanted it pretty fucking bad. So we waited in line. We were out there. We were in and out by 10 minutes.
Fucking dude, that
And
sounds nice.
mind you, like these people aren't just working. They're having casual conversations with the people waiting. They're like whipping up the drink. Oh, how's your day going? Oh, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, dude. Like mine's going pretty well. It's kind of busy right now. No big deal. It's fucking three drinks right there. We're in and out in 10 minutes, and the place was packed.
Damn.
Hats off to that Starbucks. And ever since then, like, it's so funny. You can ask my sister. Anytime anybody brings up Starbucks, the first thing he says, "Oh my god, you have to try the Starbucks in Bakersfield." He's like, "You have to go. It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's almost worth the drive." He'll say it every time. It is the funniest thing.
I think I'm gonna say it to him before I leave. Hey, if you got the recommended Starbucks, what should we go to?
That's one experience that was so good. Like it's I like, oh my god.
That is nice. That's nice to hear because, like, when it comes to me, you can't get both sides. You can't get a nice and a very fast-paced Tavian.
Nope.
Fuck no. You're either getting an
Nope.
angry and fast
Yeah.
Tavian who's really silent, or you're gonna get a slightly more talkative and a little bit slower
Yeah.
Tavian. But like, yeah, I couldn't do that myself. When we're busy like that, at
I
like
need you need
sandwich
to
store,
focus.
you need to focus or you need to fucking take a deep fucking breath because
Yeah.
it just pisses me off. I see people come in. I'm like, God damn it, dude. Cause like we have chores to do. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get started on the bacon, prep some more of that because we're out. And then I hear the ding. I was like, fuck. Like, just a deep sigh. Um, and some of the jokes of fucking customers. Fucking shit,
Dude.
bro. I'm so glad we got a toaster. I'm sick of hearing. Okay, because for context, our toaster like oven broke. It just went out on us. So we went like a week and something without a toaster. So we put up signs on the door, the front door when you walk in, and then on the glass when you're walking up to us that we cannot make hot subs. Like sorry for the inconvenience, but we can't make hot subs today. And I cannot tell you how many fucking people were like, I was like, oh, what can I get for you today? A hot sub. And I just look at them with a blank fucking face. I don't even give them the validation of a chuckle because it's such a shitty, overused joke. That shit pisses me off, Taylor.
No, the same thing for me because we have signs up on our register saying like we don't sell PS5 in store, and they'll point at that sign. So you got any PS5s?
I gotta
What do you like? What do you want me to
serious, bro.
say?
Stop. Like you're not funny. You're not a comedian, bro. Not even a fucking comedian could pull that shit off. Um, but I'm like that and the tall jokes. Hey, how the weather's up there? I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Stop telling me that, please. Like, I have to hear that from every other person. Please stop telling me that. Um, but oh my god, shit, I'm losing track of time. I know you have work later. Shit, an hour. Where the fuck did time go, Taylor? How's an
Where are we
hour and a
at? An
half?
hour. We're at an hour and a half.
What the
Oh,
hell?
that's right. No.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
was say you want to
last
wrap up soon.
story before we wrap up, and both me and Taven experienced this. We went. We have a friend, and her. He has a girlfriend that doesn't live local, so she always comes down to visit like once a month.
If I remember, he told me that they alternate. So I think she lives up in San Francisco or
Yeah.
Davis, some shit. So she comes down here 1 month, and the other month he goes up there. So
Oh,
they
okay.
alternate.
Okay.
But yeah,
But needless to say, when she comes down, like he always wants to like this is the last two times she came down. He wanted to go get a Korean barbecue and he wanted to include us.
the food is fucking good though.
The food slaps.
It is
But
good.
the first time like it was good. I'm not gonna say it was good service, but it was okay.
It was
It's what
yeah.
you would expect from an all you can eat place. They just, they give you the food, call it a day.
Also, another thing for I interrupt. Fuck all you guys for saying Taylor can't eat anything. You guys fucking suck. I hate you guys. These fuckers.
No,
So
okay, hold on. Before you say anything else, our first time we went there, it's an all you can eat place. So it's like you have to know what you're working with.
fucking god.
This
All
dude,
right, all right.
we go there, he downs, he inhales 3 bowls of rice at an all you can eat place where you
Okay.
eat meat, edamame, gyoza, soup,
Oh, let's talk
chicken.
about the edamame.
And yeah, hold on. And this dude is inhaling 3 bowls of rice before we can get our first meat. So he goes, "Oh, I can't eat anymore.
I did
I am
not say
full."
that.
And
Okay.
mind you,
All right.
he probably chugged. What did you have? Like
Three
a
pink.
lemonade?
It was strawberry lemonade.
Dude, he chugged 2 glasses of lemonade. Like, what do you expect?
I was fucking hungry, bro. Y'all didn't let me eat. I hadn't eaten since breakfast. Okay, so first off, that's some goddamn slander. Okay, I did not say I was full after the 3 bowls of
Yes, you
rice.
did.
No, I didn't.
You ate like two ribs, and you're like, "Oh, I'm
No, I
full,
didn't. I ate
guys."
all the fucking what was it? The gyoza. I
You
ate the
had like
gyoza. What was the first meat
one
we
plate
got?
of
What
gyoza.
was the first meat we got?
The first meat, it was the ribeye.
Was it? It was.
Yes,
Wasn't it like this?
because that day, that first time we went, that's all they fucking got was the ribeye.
Hmm. Or no, was it bulgogi?
We got bulgogi once, and you had like one bite of it.
I didn't really like the bulgogi. Okay. I'm very particular about fat, so I didn't really like the bulgogi. But okay, maybe I fucked up a little bit. Like a
You fucked
little
up.
bit.
Here's his other problem. We got edamame.
Okay, no, no, no. Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. I need to explain my thinking. All right. Okay, the edamame thing, right? So this was my first time being at a Korean barbecue. I didn't know what edamame was. And so they give us this little plate. It has edamame. What was it? Was it corn or
Yeah.
it had some other assortments of fucking appetizers. I see everyone grab some edamame.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. This dude purposely waited for us to take like the first bite of the edamame to
Yeah,
see how we ate it.
yeah. I
And
was
then
watching them.
for those of you who don't know how to eat edamame, it's 3 peas. It's literally 3 peas in a pod. Or like maybe two, depending on what size edamame you get. And you just have to bite down on the pod and like move the pea until it pops out. That's how you eat edamame.
Well,
And Tavian waited for us
no.
to
Okay,
take
okay,
to like eat our first
okay,
one.
okay. Yes, I did. I
So
did
okay,
wait. I
so
waited.
what did this guy do? He shoved the
Oh, fuck
whole
you,
thing in
man.
his mouth and
Okay.
ate it.
Okay, I gotta explain this to the audience. Okay, I saw Taylor put it in his mouth, and it looked like he was eating the whole thing. So I was like, I guess I'm supposed to eat this, and I bite down. I was like, oh, it's hairy. What the fuck? I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm already chewing it now. So I'm just like, oh, fuck it, full send it, I guess. So I swallow it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. So I grab another one. To be fair, I ate the second one the right way, and it did taste pretty good.
Oh my god, that was so funny
That
though.
shit ruined my.
What
I
what what really got me was you watched us eat it first too before you took the bite.
Yeah. Okay.
That
Whatever.
was
Fair
oh
game.
my
That's
god.
fair game. I did. I was stalking all three of them to make sure I was eating it right because I didn't want to look like a fucking idiot, and I ended up successfully failing.
Anyways, so that was our first trip there. So then he wanted to go again when she came down, and this second one was fucking terrible. Oh my god.
Oh my! So we got started. Was it? Was it the first time we ordered? I think it was the first time we ordered because it's all you can eat, and you order basically like whatever meats are on the menu, and you just pay for whatever you don't finish. And so they come in like rounds. So the
Yeah.
first round, I can't remember what we ordered.
We got quite a few.
We got quite a bit. To be fair, we did get a lot of meat, but at the same time, like
We
I
were a
don't
big
know how
group.
you keep forgetting that. We kept telling him what we wanted,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it was the first one. I just remember the gyoza. We had ordered 2 plates of gyoza, and he came by with like all our meats and stuff. We were like, "Oh, where's the gyoza?" Because we didn't see like any other
Yeah.
trays
Well,
or
no,
anywhere
no, no,
else.
no. That's not even what happened. Is he dropped it off so fast, we didn't have the chance to ask him, like, hey, we didn't get our gyoza. He literally drops
But
our shit and walks
oh,
away.
that was later. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm missing his times. It's been a little while. I remember now. Yeah, that was rather the end of it. Um, I remember the meat. I can't remember which meats he forgot, but
He forgot a lot of the meats.
yeah, he forgot a lot of the meats. And then like when we corrected him, he would bring out the meats at like we or no, what was it when we ordered the calamari? I think he
So
brought
no,
us
so
something. He brought us some different meat we didn't
yeah, so
order.
here's what happened. So like let's say we're like, okay, we want chicken, ribeye, and like bulgogi. We would only get the chicken and the ribeye. So then, they would come by, they're like, "Oh, are you ready for the next round?" We would go, "We still didn't get the bulgogi." So they'll go, "Okay, we'll bring that out, but like let me know what you want for the next round." So we're like, "Okay, gyoza, chicken, when we want another ribeye." We'll get the ribeye and the gyoza and nothing else. So then the guy comes back, "Oh, you guys ready for the next round?" We're like, "Dude, we're still waiting on a lot of meat." He goes, "Oh, what meat did I forget?"
Like
and
all
then
of it, bro.
and we would tell him we're missing the chicken, the bulgogi, and we're missing gyoza. He goes, okay. So he'll come back with like these random fucking meats that we never ordered, and he's like, here you go.
I think, bro. I just think that motherfucker was just operating off fucking like he was trying to work off memory, and then he just forgot. Like he was like, ah, fuck it, I'll just grab
And
what is
it
this
got it got
pork
to a
loins.
point. It got to a point where we ordered like 2 plates of gyoza, and like 2 or 3 rounds later, we got those 2 plates.
To be fair, I still ate the fuck out of those plates.
Yeah.
I still ate up all of them, but I was
It
like,
it really pissed me off though, because it's like he wasn't giving us any of the meats, and we kept having to ask for it, and he still wouldn't give it to us. It was that dude was fucking
the food was made.
stupid.
I will admit that was when I also discovered that I was so hesitant to try the KFC, the Korean fried chicken, because I was like,
Yeah,
it sounded generic. It was like, oh, it just sounds like fried chicken. What makes it Korean? But the fucking I don't know, was it sweet and sour sauce or something? Whatever they put on it,
Yeah.
fucking slaps, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
I was like having like a ecstasy esque like fucking food gasm when I put that shit in my mouth, bro. Oh my god, that shit was so fucking good. But
I'm pretty sure we left that night.
I don't
Like the,
even.
the last round, like the last round we ordered, we didn't get like, two of the meats, and we didn't even bother asking for it, and we
No, we
left
had
not
given up
getting two
hope.
of the
This
meats.
guy was a
This
fucking
this
lost
dude was
cause.
like fucking stupid. I hope he's not working there still. That dude deserves to get fired. No offense.
I don't even think we tipped him.
No, we didn't tip him at all,
We didn't tip at all.
and the bill was like what, $200 with all of us.
I think it was like 100 something.
Yeah.
Um, I was able to manage to get Jonah. I finessed. Shit. Whatever. We're gonna have him on. I managed to finesse Jonah into paying for my meal. I can't remember what the deal was, but he managed. But, oh man. Uh, I think it's about time to wrap up. I don't know if you have any other topics you want to talk about.
No, that's pretty much all the worst experiences I've had.
Mm. I would say I haven't had that many worse experiences, so I feel bad for not being able to provide. God damn, why are people? But yeah, I'm getting my phone's getting fucking blown up. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up here, guys. And just to let people know, that whole topic about the restaurants was actually a question that someone actually asked us. We were supposed to, well, we were supposed to do it last episode, right? But we were
Yeah,
like,
but we the episode before that we talked about how we were gonna bring up how Tavien almost died, so we wanted
yeah,
to stick to that before we did the
we had
topic.
already established like the episode we wanted to make, so we're. But nonetheless, yeah, the I cannot remember who posed the question. I know we can go
We're
back
gonna
and
keep it
check.
confidential,
No, I'm
but
not doing name dropping, but I just want to thank him.
yeah.
I believe it's a him. I apologize if it's a she. But I just want to thank you, you mysterious person out there, for actually answering the question. And feel free to ask us different questions. I don't care if it's the same person. I don't care. That's it. Anything is always welcomed. Any topics you want us to talk about, cover, whether it is episode immediately after or maybe one after that one. But yeah, it's been good talking, man. It's been good. I don't know if you have any other final words you want to get
um
out.
with hopefully by the time with the next episode we'll have an update on the new room. That's the one thing that I want to keep you guys updated on, just
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a game changer once we do change.
yeah. Hopefully, I'm not rushing my obviously, but hopefully we get some sort of updates. But yeah, like I said before, either way, you guys will be getting a new setup. So hopefully things will in quality. Hopefully our quality is sure better than what it is as of now. But is that all you got?
Yeah.
Well, figured this is as good as a place as any to wrap up at. We will. This has been Tavien and Taylor. Hey, don't worry. Okay, keep the stream. Got it.
Yeah.
But Tavien and Taylor, thank you for listening to us, and we can't wait to see you guys on our 13th episode. All right, and out.